From Canaan, the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, November 14th, 2015. Silver is trading at $14.26 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,084 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $336. Antiwar.com reports this weekend's Vienna talks on Syria are expected to center largely on deciding which Syrian factions are rebels to be invited to future rounds of talks and which are terrorists to be excluded. All the nations involved are said to be pushing different lists for the decision. Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Mikhail Bogdanov, however, says that the U.S. and Russian list are in large measure the same, suggesting the disagreements aren't nearly as broad as anticipated. Bogdanov added that several factions within the Free Syrian Army are being urged to join the process by Russia. Russia was supportive of inviting rebel factions to the Vienna talks in general, hoping to court them into the long-proposed unity government. So far, there has not been much support for that plan, but getting factions invited to the talks may give them some goodwill towards Russia and change their minds. Other nations involved in the talks may still have wildly different terror lists for Syria, however, with Saudi Arabia expected to object to the inclusion of some of the larger Islamist factions' inclusions as terror groups since they've been openly backing them throughout the civil war. Turkey, on the other hand, is expected to push heavily to include Kurdish groups like the YPG on the terror list, even though both the U.S. and Russia have been helping them. You can support FPP Radio by shopping online. Whether you're looking for precious metals, bitcoins, or books, you'll find that and more at shop.fppradio.com. Every purchase you make from one of my affiliates, like Namecheap and Amazon, at shop.fppradio.com helps fund FPP Radio. That's shop.fppradio.com. UPI reports the Utah judge who ordered a 9-month-old baby girl removed from the home of her lesbian foster parents has apparently had a change of heart. Judge Scott Johansson amended his removal order on Friday and scheduled a December 4th hearing to determine what is in the best interest of the girl. On Tuesday, he ordered the child removed from the home of the couple who had had the child for 3 months. On Thursday, the Utah Division of Child and Family Services filed a petition for a stay of the order, while the attorney for April Hoagland and Becky Pierce, the foster parents, filed a separate petition asking Johansson to reverse his ruling. A state law in Utah had previously prohibited same-sex couples from adopting or fostering children. That changed, however, when the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in favor of same-sex marriage in a 5-4 decision on June 26th. Hoagland and Pierce have been married for 1 year. They are licensed foster parents and are raising Pierce's biological 12- and 14-year-old children. The mother of the 9-month-old girl reportedly wants Hoagland and Pierce to adopt her daughter. For over 35 years, Robertson Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports gunmen and bombers attacked busy restaurants, bars, and concert halls at locations around Paris on Friday, killing dozens of people in what a shaken President Francois Hollande described as an unprecedented terrorist attack. Police sources said at least 40 people were killed and 60 wounded in up to 5 attacks in the Paris region. French media reported higher death tolls, though they have not yet been confirmed. The apparently coordinated gun and bomb assault came as the country, a member of the U.S.-led coalition waging airstrikes against the Islamic State fighters in Syria and Iraq, was on high alert for terror attacks ahead of a global climate conference due to open later this month. Hollande was attending an international soccer match with German Foreign Minister Frank-Walter Steinmeier when several explosions took place outside the national stadium. Hollande declared a state of emergency in the Paris region and announced the closure of the French borders to stop perpetrators from possibly escaping. The visibly shaken president said in a midnight television address to the nation before chairing an emergency cabinet meeting, "This is a horror." All emergency services were mobilized, police leave was canceled, and hospitals recalled staff to cope with the casualties. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.